Miami
Yeah.
State Recreational Area in Indiana. It's really nice. It's a huge place. Again, it's during the middle of the week and there's hardly anyone here. It's at least 70-80% of the campgrounds are open. We just walked in and we're here 3 nights. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. And the reason we're staying here, one, is because we're just going to be doing some camping, which is fun. And Thursday, we're going to the Grissom Cold War Air War Museum. It's a bunch of planes. And we both kind of like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So,
sounds really, really interesting.
Yeah, so we got a couple days of camping and a museum to see. And tonight we're having some hamburgers since we're staying. So I decided to do some regular cooking, got the little barbecue grill out.
Yeah.
And we're going to eat. Anything to say, Joyce?
That's about it. It's beautiful here.
Beautiful. Temperature is, let me check my watch, hold on. 71 degrees. Sunny skies, partly cloudy. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, really nice.
What a great trip so far.
Yep.
We're being lazy though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially me.
Okay, later. Here
Later.
in Indiana. And we have kind of set up a little more because we're going to be staying a couple of days. So I do have power. I have a cord over there. I'm going to take a little walk around the campground. There's our bathhouse and bathroom. And as you can see, almost everything's empty. As a matter of fact, these people, a couple of them just came in a short while ago. And there's Joyce.
Hi.
A lot of people have boats because there's a lake associated with this campground. I think there's a lot of fishermen. Those long, big rigs are nice, but you know, once you set them up, you just don't take them down and keep going every day. I think they're for parking and leaving for a little while. But that's okay, you can do that, and you can see an area. When we camp, we don't mind camping for 2 or 3 or 4 days if we have family and we're camping in a place that we've all gathered together. It's fun. But other than that, we just like to travel and see new places. And as you travel across the country, the terrain just changes. Being from Maine, it's really nice, but it's quite a trip to travel out west. For those of you who live out there, it may not be that big a deal, but the Easterners, it's quite dramatic. It's quite dramatic change. And then the people out west want to come to Maine, but it's a dramatic change, so go figure. Where's she?
I'm right here.
Joyce is actually used to live very close to a place that everybody wants to go to in Maine. Where's that, Joyce?
Old Town?
They want to go to Old Town? No, I don't think so.
No, they want to go to Bar Harbor.
Bar Harbor. If you ask people, have you ever been to Maine? They say, yes, I've been to Bar Harbor. Or if you say, have you ever been to Maine? And they say, no, but I'd like to go to Bar Harbor. As if it's the only place in a state that's 400 miles long. And it is nice, but it is so touristy, you need a year in advance reservations to drive through it. Remember, Joyce, years ago, we used to go there from your house when we were dating.
Yes.
And it wasn't that busy. Of course, that was a long time ago. But we don't go anymore just because it's bumper to bumper and they charge an arm and a leg to get into it just to keep people from going, but they still go. But Joyce is from Old Town, which is near Bangor, And if you drive directly out to the coast, that's Bar Harbor, or Acadia National Park, which I think is the only national park east of the Mississippi. I'm not sure. We just took a little walk around the loop, not too far, and we like to just look at some of the campers, because everybody has, you know, either similar or sometimes really different rigs and different ways of doing stuff. Yeah. And there are small ones like ours that are minimalists, and like, you know, there's not much to them and they pack up quick for the road. You know, right up to the ones that are big and are set up on jacks and you know, fifth wheel type things, and you know, with pull-outs on the sides. And they can move with them, but I think they're more to park yourself and do some camping for a while. We saw a Tab, which I hadn't seen in a little while. They're a little teardrop. My niece used to have one. They're pretty nice. And oh, we met this guy that was here, a fairly large camper, and he's actually hosts here, and then he goes other places in the winter. He's been living in his camper for 4 years, he said, right?
Yes.
And he was from Florida,
yeah,
originally.
Yeah.
So he's summering, you know, up here in Indiana as a host, and then he goes down during the year in Alabama and Florida and a couple other places and visits with children and grandchildren and parks himself there for, you know, a few weeks at a time, and takes up most of the winter in that area. He and his wife.
Yes.
I think he said he was retired, right?
Yeah.
He looks to be. Had a really nice dog. That's what kind of
yes.
got us over there talking to him, because he had a Springer Spaniel, I think.
Yes.
It looked like, and just a really friendly dog. We had to go over and pet him because I wanted to, but mostly he was like, he wanted us to so bad. So he was friendly.
Yeah, he was friendly. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Something sad though, his wife was down in Florida with his grandson. Yeah. Who's 4 years old, because he has a liver cancer, I guess, and he's doing treatments, and he said it was something that they said they gave him a 92% survival rate, which is very high, which is great, but that must be, you know, we've got grandkids about that age, so that must be, it's more than heartbreaking, it's almost criminal. That something should happen to someone that young. Mm-hmm. There goes our truck again.
Yep.
There's a guy here who has a truck exactly like ours. I mean, exactly the same color, the same chrome trim. It's got to be the same year, the same model type, and everything about it, the same. The way the doors are made, because there's 3 or 4 different styles. And walked by a couple times and want to talk to him to ask him, you know, how his luck been with it, because ours it's been great. It's an F-150, but he just took off. But yeah, I'm watching now a guy in an old Starcraft pop-up camper, and he's pouring, I think, a half a bottle of lighter fluid maybe on a bunch of logs in the campfire ring. I can't wait to see what happens when he puts a match on that. He's got about a quart of lighter fluid on there. But he's got really long hair. It better not stand over it.
I can smell the lighter fluid.
Yeah, I can smell it from here, and he's about 200 feet away. It's a big flame. Wow. Yep. Wow, it's like when you throw it on your barbecue grill on the charcoals and you put too much. Whoa. Retirement.
Yeah, it's good.
It's highly recommended. Retirement shouldn't be wasted on the old, I guess. I don't know. But stuff like this, along with other stuff that we do, it's pretty decent. As long as we do it together, huh?
Yes.
That's the
enjoy it
thing.
so much.
That's the important thing.
Yes.
Yeah, we're fortunate that we have each other to be able to do it with. Not everybody is in that
category.
In that category, in that situation.
Yeah.
Because she's great to travel with, you know. She's just I don't know if you've guessed it or not, but she's just the sweetest thing in the world. And she doesn't get a moment's peace, folks.
No, not that.
What have I done?
Yes, I don't know.
I feel so guilty now.
He makes me feel. He'll make me feel guilty too. So,
You have nothing to feel guilty about. You're near perfection. Well, you are.
Perfection.
I tell her that all the time. She is perfect for me.
Oh.
I'm probably the only person on the face of the planet who could live with me. That makes her a saint. And she's Catholic, so it works. Love you.
I love you too.
We added a dot to where we stayed in Pennsylvania and Ohio, and now at Peru, Indiana. And we're headed across Illinois as fast as we can get across. And then over to Iowa and up to Wyoming. And across Nebraska, of course. That'll be a long one. So we're here at the Grissom Air Force Museum. It used to be an Air Force base, but it is now a museum. It's kind of cool. This is a Phantom jet, and if I wanted to, I could sit in the cockpit. There's Joyce. Little kids are having fun. Well, here we are at the Grissom Air Museum. And we've been inside at the museum, and it's been great. And right now, Joyce is just posing for a video. Hi, Joyce. And we're about to go outside and follow this guided path. Take a look at all the planes that they have here. Should be fun.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Okay. It's an interesting plane. Big enough to carry transport troops and cargo, but small enough to land on an aircraft carrier. It's a Boeing KC-97L. It's an air refueling tanker used in the Korean War and the Vietnam War. It's a big plane, but not that big by today's standards. There we go. I'll get you in the picture now, Joyce.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
This is very
really
interesting.
Cool. Yeah.
All of these planes too are anchored by cables with all the wheels all around. I can imagine this is a high wind area, potential high wind area, possibly tornadoes. I can't imagine one hitting one of these planes with these wings.
Yeah.
Right next to it to give you a perspective on size. This was a troop and cargo carrier. Old stuff by today's standards, but must have seen a lot of use. The back end of this one opened right up. This was the Mitchell. It was a jack of all trades plane. It was a fighter, it was a bomber, delivered stuff. It did photo reconnaissance, submarine patrol. So, one of the most versatile planes in World War II. Precursor to the high-flying reconnaissance planes. This could go 95,000 feet, which is really high, almost to the edge of space. And it didn't carry any weaponry. It had a, cameras. And this thing slung underneath. And I'm looking for a cockpit, and I don't see one unless that's it underneath there. Wow, it's like a rocket with wings. I found out later after talking with the curator that this is actually a self-guided drone that really didn't work, so there weren't many made. They had a hard time getting it working. Understandable considering it was quite a while ago. Infamous Warthog, one of the most famous planes in the Air Force. Original older F-14, one of the first modern fighter planes. The F-4, you see this in a lot of older movies too. They always look bigger in person, like it's too much plane for one or two pilots. This is an old MiG aircraft made in the Soviet Union. Modern versions of this are being flown today in Ukraine. I have a set of 5 of these models. This is a Blue Angels plane, and the fighter group that is used for air shows. Well, here we are eating again. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, we're having shrimp and cheese and some vegetables with dip, so it's kind of cool. Yeah. It's a cool
lunch.
Yeah,
they all come with their own little dips, and we just picked them off the pre-made store shelf. The shrimp came frozen, so it's thawing out in the microwave right now. And gorgeous day here. It's going to be in the mid-70s or maybe a little bit higher. The air is dry. It's partly sunny. Beautiful day. We just went to the Air Museum, so you either did or will see that in this video at some point. You look good with a hat. Okay. Me, not so much. I don't look good with one. And I don't look good without one. But anyway, the next couple of days are going to be interesting. This is Thursday, and we're scheduled to take off tomorrow morning. We've been here, this will be the 3rd night tonight. And we know that it's going to be very, very difficult to find a campsite. And we really can't reserve one because we travel, we don't know how far we're going to go. And even if we kind of said we're going to drive for a few hours and stop at a place, I look and they're all booked. They're all booked. But that's fine. I think we're going to end up at a Love's truck stop in Illinois, just shy of the Iowa border. Maybe about 4 hours travel, which is enough for one day. We want to get into Iowa, into Nebraska, and then further on. So it'll be an interesting 2 days. I mean, it's not going to be bad. We've boondocked before, and boondocking is really nice when you can do it out west because there's a lot of BLM and other public lands. But in the east, it's Cracker Barrels and Walmart, which don't allow it too much anymore, and of course the truck stops. And Love's has been particularly amenable to RVers lately, and they've made some statements according to that, even though they all do pretty good. So we will have a separate RV parking lot from what I understand, and of course they have facilities there too. So we'll do 2 nights, Friday night and Saturday night, and then Sunday when we take off, we should hit the campgrounds, and they should have pretty much emptied out like these have been all week. So What do you think about that, Joyce?
Well, it should be an adventure, that's for sure.
It will. We won't be able to set up. We'll have to kind of stay inside a lot. We can go into the truck stop. They have various things going on there. They have a Subway,
Oh,
sandwich shop rather.
yeah.
So that should be pretty good.
Yeah, I like Subway.
So we will end this video here, and we'll regale you of our Love's Truck Stop tales in the next video. So look forward to it. And thanks for watching. And if you can strike the like button, it helps people find with the YouTube algorithm some things that have to do with traveling in cargo campers. And if you want to subscribe, that's great too. You'll get notifications whenever we post a video. Maybe you don't want that. That's okay.
Yeah.
All set, Joyce?
Yep, that's fine.
Happy trails.
Happy trails.